Hello friends, welcome to the session. In this session, we will discuss the ratio proportion topic, concept of ratio proportion. So, ratio proportion. Ratio proportion. So, what is meant by ratio? Ratio is nothing but the comparison between two quantities of same type. Simply, comparison between two quantities of same type or same kind. Same type or same kind. That means comparison. Ratio is nothing but comparison between two quantities of same person. Same kind or same type. What is that same kind and same type? Suppose you can compare 2 rupees and 50 paisa. Can we compare or not? Yes, compare. This can be converted to this is 200 paisa and 50 paisa. Now these two are in the same quantity. Same quantity. That's why we compare these two. And centimeters and meters, yes, we can compare. And feeds or you simply what about kgs and tons? Yes, we can compare. This tons is to be converted into kgs. And what about kg and centimeter? There is no comparison, because of this is in kgs, this is in centimeters. These are not the same type or same kind. So, comparison, ratio is nothing but the comparison between two quantities. And more important thing is, ratio is considered as parts, important parts. Whenever you consider it as parts, then it is very easy to solve the problems. Okay. Now suppose A and B are two quantities of same type or same kind, then their ratio is denoted as A is to B. A is to B. A and B are two quantities of same types, then their ratio is denoted as A is to B. In the ratio A is to B, A is to B, A is said to be the antecedent, and B is said to be the consequent. B is said to be the consequent. And suppose in the ratio 2:3, just you consider 2:3 as this is two parts, and this is 3 parts. You consider it as the parts. So, and the ratio must be expressed in the least form. That means, say 10:8. This can be expressed in the least, it must be expressed in least terms. That means 5 twos are, 4 twos are, then it can be, then we can say it is 5:4. 5:4. And suppose in the ratio A is to B or A is to B in the ratio A square is to B square, square root of A, square root of B, and A cube is to B cube, cube root of A is to cube root of B, and 1 by A is to 1 by B. This is, if A is to B, A square is to B square is said to be the duplicate ratio. And root A is to root B is said to be this subduplicate ratio. And A cube is to B cube is said to be the cubic ratio or triplicate ratio. Cube root A is to cube root B. This is a subcubic or subtriplicate ratio. And what is 1 by A is to 1 by B? 1 by A is to 1 by B is nothing but the inverse ratio. Inverse ratio. Okay. And suppose two numbers are in the ratio, say 4:5. 4:5. And their sum is 108. Find that numbers. So, two numbers are in the ratio 4:5. Immediately you consider it as 4 parts and 5 parts. 4 parts and 5 parts. So, total parts 9. And sum of those numbers is 108. And what about each part? Each part is nothing but 12 nines are. So one part is 12. He is asking what are those numbers? The first number 4 parts. Therefore 4 into 12 48. And the second part, second number 5 parts. Second number 5 12s are 60. If you add these two, you can get 108. So, mainly ratio is always considered as parts. And suppose two numbers are in the ratio 3:5. Two numbers are in the ratio 3:5. And their difference is 36. Difference is 36. Then find those numbers. Find difference between those numbers. So immediately, what are the ratio of two given numbers? 3:5. Simply 3 parts and 5 parts. 3 parts and 5 parts. And what is the difference? Difference 2 parts. Here 2 parts difference which is equal to 36. And each part is 18. And what is the first number? That is 3 parts. That is equal to 3 18s, 54. And what about the second number? 5 parts. 5 into 18, nothing but 90. Nothing but 90. So, in this way, if you consider it as parts, it is very easy to approach the problems. Suppose two numbers are in the ratio 3:2. 3:2. And their product is 96. 96. Find those numbers. Find those numbers. So, two numbers are in the ratio 3:2. That means 3 parts, 2 parts. And their product, 3 2s are 6p square, but not p. 6p square, which is equal to 96. And p square is equal to how many times? 16 6 are 96. Each part is 4. So each part 4, therefore the first part, first number, 3 parts. 3 4s are 12. And what about the second number? 2 parts. 2 into 4, 8. So 12 8s are 96. 96. And suppose A and B are in the ratio 3:4, suppose. In the ratio 3:4. And what is A's part? A's. If I ask the A's part, out of 7 parts, A got 3. A had only 3. So if I ask what about A, that is 3 by 7. And what about B's, out of 7 part, he got 4. 4 by 7. 4 by 7. So A's, what is A's part is nothing but 3 by total number of parts. Out of 7, he got 3 parts. And what about B? Out of 7 parts, he got 4. Now, how to find the ratio? Suppose this is the statement, if twice the A, which is equal to thrice that of B, twice that of A, twice that A, which is equal to thrice that of B. That means if 2A is equal to 3B, then find A is to B. A is to B. So then A is to B, A 3 parts, B 2 parts, 3 is to 2. And A is to B, always it is nothing but A by B. A is to B is nothing but A by B. A by B. So suppose in this way, if 3A is equal to 4B, then what about A is to B? A is to B, A 4 parts, B 3 parts, therefore this is 4 is to 3. If A is equal to 3 by 2B, A is equal to 3 by 2B, then what about A is to B? A 3 parts and B 2 parts, 3 is to 2. If A by 2, A by 4, which is equal to B by 5, then what about A is to B? A is to B, A 4, B 5. So 4 is to 5. Otherwise you can check. Look, if you multiply cross product, 5A is equal to 4B. And what about A by B? 4 by 5. That means A 4 parts, B 5 parts is nothing but 4 by 5 is nothing but 4 is to 5. 4 is to 5. And if 2A is equal to 5 by 4B, then what about A is to B? A is to B. Or simply, if 1 by 2A, which is equal to 3 by 5B, then what about A is to B? A is to B. So, he is asking A is to B, so you consider the product first. A, 3 2s are 6 is to, and he is asking B, so after that you calculate B cross product. 5 1s are 5. 5 1s are 5. If 3 by 2A is equal to 4 5th B, then what about A is to B? He is asking first A. So you calculate this cross product, first A's cross product. 2 4s are 8, 5 3s are 15. So A is to B is equal to 8 is to 15. And if A is equal to 2 1 by 2 times that of B, then A is to B. A is to B. That means 2 1 by 2 is nothing but A is equal to 5 by 2B. Therefore, A 5 parts, B 2 parts, nothing but 5 is to 2. 5 is to 2.
వెల్కమ్ టు హర్షిత్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్. విజయవాడ మహానగరంలో 2009 సంవత్సరంలో ప్రారంభించబడి అనేక వేల మంది అభ్యర్థులను ప్రభుత్వ ఉద్యోగులుగా తీర్చిదిద్దిన మన హర్షిత్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ గత 12 సంవత్సరాల్లో సుమారు 18,000 మందిని ప్రభుత్వ ఉద్యోగులుగా తీర్చిదిద్దింది. ఇప్పటి వరకు 5 సార్లు నిర్వహించినటువంటి ఈ యొక్క నోటిఫికేషన్స్లో అనేక సార్లు స్టేట్ ఫస్ట్ సాధించినటువంటి ఘనత మన హర్షిత్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ది. ప్రస్తుతం మన హర్షిత్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ యొక్క ప్రత్యేకతలు 24/7 24 గంటలతో కూడినటువంటి లైబ్రరీ సదుపాయం. అంతేకాకుండా ఇదే లైబ్రరీలో మనకు అత్యున్నత ప్రామాణిక గ్రంథాలు అందించడం అనేది జరుగుతుంది. నెక్స్ట్ ఈ లైబ్రరీతో కూడినటువంటి ఈ లైబ్రరీలో మనకు వివిధ సబ్జెక్టులకు సంబంధించినటువంటి ఎకానమీ, పాలిటీ, హిస్టరీ, జోగ్రఫీ మరియు అన్ని సబ్జెక్టులకు సంబంధించినటువంటి పూర్తి స్థాయి స్టడీ మెటీరియల్ మీకు అందించడం అనేది జరుగుతుంది. అంతేకాకుండా జాయిన్ అయిన ప్రతి అభ్యర్థికి పూర్తి స్టడీ మెటీరియల్ మరియు అభ్యర్థి ఏ ఎగ్జామ్ అయితే రాయకపోతున్నాడో ఆ ఎగ్జామ్కు సంబంధించినటువంటి సిలబస్ ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి అందించడం అనేది జరుగుతుంది. అంతేకాకుండా స్టేట్ ఫ్యాకల్టీ మన ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్లో బోధించేటటువంటి ప్రతి ఫ్యాకల్టీ కూడా ఎకానమీ, పాలిటీ, అర్థమెటిక్ అండ్ రీజనింగ్ తదితర సబ్జెక్టులకు సంబంధించినటువంటి ప్రతి ఫ్యాకల్టీ కూడా ఎంతో అనుభవము, అంకితభావము కలిగినటువంటి ఫ్యాకల్టీ మన యొక్క ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్లో ఉండడం అనేది జరుగుతుంది. అంతేకాకుండా మన ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ యొక్క మరొక ప్రత్యేకత డైలీ టెస్టులు నిర్వహించడం మరియు వీక్లీ, మంత్లీ ఎగ్జామ్స్ నిర్వహించి ఆయా ఎగ్జామ్స్ నందు బహుమతి ప్రదానం చేయడం అనేది మన ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ యొక్క ప్రత్యేకత. అంతేకాకుండా నాన్ మ్యాథ్స్ స్టూడెంట్స్ ఎవరైతే ఉన్నారో వాళ్ళపై ప్రత్యేక శ్రద్ధ చూపించడం, నెక్స్ట్ వాళ్ళకి ప్రత్యేక తరగతులు నిర్వహించడం అనేది జరుగుతుంది. తప్పనిసరిగా మీరు ఒక్కసారి మన హర్షిత్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ని ఒకసారి సందర్శించండి. హర్షిత్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్లో ఉన్నటువంటి ప్రతి అంశాన్ని క్షుణ్ణంగా అవగాహన చేసుకోండి. మరియు ప్రస్తుతం ఎవరైతే హర్షిత్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్లో ఉన్నారో ఆ యొక్క విద్యార్థుల్ని వాకప్ చేయండి. మన యొక్క పరిస్థితుల గురించి అవగాహన చేసుకున్న తర్వాతే మన యొక్క హర్షిత్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్లో జాయిన్ అవ్వమని కోరడం జరుగుతుంది.
And suppose if 2A is equal to 3B is equal to 5C or 4C, 2A is equal to 3B is equal to 4C, then find A is to B is to C. A is to B is to C. In this case, take the LCM of 2, 3 and 4. LCM of 2, 3 and 4 is 12. In this 12, A, how many times? In the LCM, 6 times. In the LCM 3, how many times? 4 times. 4, how many times? 3 times. Therefore, A is to B is to C is equal to 6 is to 4 is to 3. Suppose a sum of 2,400 rupees is to be distributed among X and Y in the ratio 3:5. Find X share or find X share and Y's share. So, what is the ratio? X is to Y is nothing but 3:5. 3 parts and 5 parts. So total parts 8 and the total money is 2,400. Each part is 300. How many times? 300 times. 8 3s are 24. Now, what about X? X share. 3 parts. What is each part? 300. So 3 into 300 is nothing but 900 rupees. And Y's share, 5 part, 5 into 300, nothing but 1500 rupees. 1500 rupees. X share and Y's share. Or this can be done directly X share without doing one part, without finding each part. Already we told what is X out of 8 parts, X having 3 into total amount 2,400. How many times? 300 times. It is nothing but 800 rupees. 800 rupees. And what about Y's share? Out of 8 parts, Y 5 parts into total amount 2,400. How many times? 300 times. Nothing but 1500 rupees. So you can done this problem in this way also, or this way, no problem. So always in ratio proportion, if you consider the given ratio as parts, it is very easy to solve. And how to find, and another problem, we will look out another problem. A sum of money is distributed among A and B in the ratio, among A and B in the ratio, say 5:7. So that A had 500 rupees, 500 rupees less than that of B. Find A's share, B's share, and total amount. So we don't know the sum of money, but that money is distributed in the ratio 5:7. So A is to B, 5:7. So you consider it as 5 parts and 7 parts. By distributing this, A has 500 rupees less than that of B. Why this A having 500 rupees less? That means the difference between these two parts, 5 parts and 2 parts, is 5 and 7, nothing but 2 parts. This 500 less, why? Because this A having 500 rupees. Why? Because these two having the difference of 2 parts. That's why B got 500 more rupees than A, or in other words, for A having 500 rupees less than B. So, 2 parts, it may be more or less, always, it may be more or less, always you considered as the difference between them. Difference. What is the difference between these 2 parts? 2. 2 parts difference is 500. And each part 250. Each part 250. Therefore, A's part, what is the A's part? 5 parts. 5 into 250 is nothing but 1250. 1250. And what about B's part? 7 parts. 7 into 250 is nothing but 1750. 1750 rupees. So in this way, we can distribute the money and we can find which part having A and which part is B. And he is asking another one, total amount. What is total amount? Total amount means A plus B. Say, what is the total parts here? 12 parts. 12 parts. What is each part? 250. So 12 into 250. 12 into 250. If you adding these both, 12 into 250 is nothing but 3000 rupees. 3000 rupees. So in this way, this type of problems can be solved. How to find the combined ratio? Combined ratio. Suppose A is to B is equal to 3:2, 3:2. B is to C is equal to, say, 1:5. Then find A is to B is to C. Find A is to B is to C. A is to B is to C. In this one, A is to B and B is to C is given to you. Which letter here is common? B. So try to write this common letter like this. One under another. A is to B, B is to C. What is A is to B? 3:2. Here B common, B common. So B 1:5. B is to C. 1:5. 1:5. Now we have to find A is to B is to C. 3 ones are 3. 2 ones are 2. 2 5s are 10. In this way, first, second, third, like this, in this way. So 3 is to 2 is to 10. Or this can be done in another way, like this. A is to B is equal to 3 is to 2 and B is to C is equal to 1 is to 5. Here what is the common term, common letter? That is B. You have to equate. If we equate that B, suppose like this. A is to B is equal to X is to Y and B is to C is equal to Y is to Z. Here B, both are having Y, common term. This can be written as A is to B is to C can be written as X is to Y is to Z if these two are equal. These two are equal. So, by this method, we try to equate this one. This one is a B value here 1, here B value 2. So, you multiply this 2 by 1 and this 1 by 2. Whole fraction, whole ratio, that means into 1. That means 3 into 2. And if you multiply it by 2, what happens? 2 is to 10. Now here B is 2, here also B is 2. You may write A is to B is to C. 3 is to 2 is to 10. So this is A is to B is to C. Try to equate these values. Here it is 2, here it is 1. If you multiply this by 1, the whole 3 is to 1 into 1 means 3 is to 2. And this by 2, that means into 1 into 2 and 5 into 2. Nothing but 2 is to 10. Then here B and B are equal. So you can write 3 is to 2 is to 10. 3 is to 2 is to 10. Next. If A is to B is equal to 1 is to 3 and A is to C is equal to 2 is to 1. Then find A is to B is to C. A is to B is to C. First of all, you have to search which letter is common here. So here A and A. Try to write one under another. So A. If necessary, you may reverse. You may take A is to C as C is to A, or A is to B as B is to A. No problem at all. So here, this can be written as here I am B is to A, and this as it is A is to C, like this. One and under another. If what are the letters here which is common, try to write like this. This structure. So B is to A is nothing but 3 is to 1. A is to B, 1 is to 3. What about B is to A? 3 is to 1. And A is to C, 2 is to 1. Now, B is to A is to C. This is the result here from this one. B is to A is to C. 3 2s are 6. As you said previously, like this. Next step, next step. 3 2s are 6. Again, 2 1s are 2. 1 into 1, 1. But he is asking A is to B is to C. Therefore, A is to B is to C. A, 2 is to B, 6 is to 1. So this is 2 is to 6 is to 1. A is to B is to C is equal to 2 is to 6 is to 1. If necessary, you may write A is to C as C is to A, or B is to A as A is to B. No problem.